everybody! Welcome to Express Yoga for today. So, you know the drill. Find the position that's comfortable for you. And we will get started pretty much right now. So we're going to give about 2 minutes or so to just give yourself a chance to decompress, get ready, get comfy, do your thing, and then we'll go right into our flow. Let me just make sure that we are, in fact, live streaming. I've done that before. Don't like to do it again. Where we go through the whole class and then realize we weren't live. Okay, awesome. I also thought I got all the dog hair off me, but apparently I did not. But that's okay, we're not letting that stop us. Go through a quick little body scan. Does anything today feel extra tight? Maybe things feel a little extra loose. Things that are extra loose are not necessarily a good thing either, so usually that means if something's extra loose, that means something's extra tight on the other side. There are a few more breaths here in the position of your choice. And then we're going to transition onto all fours and go through some cat-cows. And if you want to add some movement into your cat-cows, feel free. I like going forward and back. You can also go around in a circle, making sure that you're also going the other way too. Just a little playtime, or just standard cats and cows. Do one more cat and one more cow, and then I want you to bring your knees nice and wide and sit back. Bring that forehead to the mat and just roll your head side to side like you're saying no. No, thank you. I appreciate you thinking of me, but I'm going to pass. No. And then come back to the center. Roll it forward. Still stay on your forearms and bring those glutes up into the air and drop that forehead one more time. And lift that head and just turn face one way. Back to the center and turn and face the other way. Turn back to the first head one more time. Do you feel a stretch in your back or your shoulders when you're turning your head? And the other, maybe you do, maybe you don't. There's no right or wrong answer here. Just kind of asking you to think about what your body's doing and telling you today. Come back to the center. Come up to all fours. Let's take one arm, come all the way up. We're twisting. And we're going to loop it down and through that hole and coming onto that ear. Trying to relax as much as the rest of the body as you can. and then come back up. Let's do the other side. Bring that arm up, twist. And then loop it through onto that ear. And come back up. Beautiful. Okay, so now I would like you to kick one foot back. And make sure you have enough room. Kick one foot back. Stretch out that calf. And then bring that knee in and bring that foot to the outside of the mat. So we're here, and all we're going to do is, this is my left foot. I'm going to bring my left hand to the middle. You can do it with the right, not a problem. And I'm going to open up to the other side. Little low lunge twist. I'm going to come back to the center. I'm going to go back to all fours. I'm going to switch, bring the other leg back, stretch it out. And then bend that knee, bring it in to the outside of that mat. This is my right foot. So my right hand goes down and I'm going to open up the other side. I'm going to come back down. We're going to come back to all fours. Now we're going to go into a plank here and switch back and forth between those two. So we're going to be here in our plank. So we're going to bring one foot in, open up and twist, come back to center, plank, other side, open up and twist. Feel free to hold this as long as you want. We're just going to switch back and forth. You're either going to like the movement and the lubrication of your joints, and that's going to feel good, or maybe you just hold it a little bit longer and lengthen those tendons and muscles. Leave about another 10 seconds or so here. That gives me enough time to go through one more each side. All I ask is that you even it out whatever you do. And then we're going to come back through center and lower all the way down to our belly. We're going to point and flex the feet. And then we're going to bend those knees and windshield wiper side to side. I really like this one. And I really like to pause and stop and let the weight of gravity just kind of pull down a little bit. And then I'm going to switch sides. And then go back and forth a few more times. And then straighten those legs. Come into your Sphinx. I'm going to take my right hand towards the middle. And I'm going to take my left hand and just kind of put it on the small of my back. A little bit of a twist, but not much. Just kind of opening up that chest. And let's switch sides. Same thing, left hand towards the middle, right hand towards the small of my back. Come back, let's do side A again. This time, instead of being on the small of my back, I'm going to grab that ankle and pull in. A little bit of a quad stretch. And I'm going to release, and then I'm going to go to the other side. Pull that foot back. Remember, these are always options. You can decide to do your own thing completely. a couple push-ups here. So I'd like both hands in the front, and all we're gonna do is bring those elbows out to the side. We're gonna push it up, stretch, feel great, and come back down. And we're gonna push up, feel great, and come back down. We're gonna do 8 more of those at my pace or lower at your pace, not a problem. It's my number 1 and 2 and down and 3 and down 4 down 5 down 6 down 2 more 7 down, and when you come up to this 8, I want you to hold it and then just look down. And then come down. Push yourself through tabletop. Tuck those toes under. Walk yourself back. And we're going to straighten those legs and roll up super duper nice and slow. Roll the shoulders to the top. Roll the shoulders the other way. And then bring our feet nice and wide with our toes pointing towards the outside of the mat. Let's just lean one way, stretching out inner thigh. And the other way. Come back to the center one more time each side. Can you get a little lower maybe? Switch. Come back to the center. Take the foot that is on this side, pointed towards that wall. Take this foot, pointed straight ahead. I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to place them on my hips or behind my back, whatever feels more appropriate. And I'm going to bend that front knee. And I'm going to come up and down here. So I'm not landing on my chest to my knee or thigh. I'm actually going this way. So I'm leaning here as composed to here. So I get to play a little in this direction, down and up. And the next time I want you to stay down. For 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it up. And let's switch legs. So same thing, other direction. Bend that knee. I'm coming up and down, not on top of the thigh, using this big open space right here. Next time we come down, we're going to hold. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Face forward. Bring those feet forward. Hands are still on our low back or on our hips. And we're leaning down. And we're going up. Down. And coming up next time, we're going to go down and stay down. Drop those hands. You can adjust the stance of your feet. That's totally fine. Just relax, chillax, relax here for a couple seconds. Walk those hands one direction towards one foot. Feel that stretch increase on that side in your hamstring. Come back to the center and go the other way. Which side is more intense? We're going to go back to side A so you can check. And back to side B. Come back to the center. Bring those hands to the low back and slowly, slowly, slowly raise up. You can heel toe your feet in to a nice narrow right underneath the hips, or maybe even a little tighter, closer, your choice. All right, we're gonna do some chair. So I'm gonna turn sideways, you do not have to. I'm gonna have my hands in front as a nice counterbalance to my sitting back in my chair. I can have them in front here, I can have them up higher, it's totally my choice. And I'm going to sit back. And I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna sit back. And I'm gonna come up. The next time we're gonna hold it. We're gonna sit back. And we're gonna hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it up. We're gonna come back, so we're facing sideways. We have our feet nice and wide. We're gonna do some nice little squats with some arm movement. So it's from our hands, palms facing forward, nice straight legs. We're gonna come down into a sumo squat and our arms are gonna come up. And we're gonna come back down. We're making this giant circle. Nice and slow and controlled, no rush. It's only a half-hour class, but we can still slow it down and take time for ourselves. Yeah, 2 more. And last one. Going up. Bring those hands to the hips, bring those feet in. Bring one hand in front, one hand behind, just like that. And we're gonna rotate and twist. So one elbow's facing forward. And then we're gonna rotate and twist the other way. And we're gonna twist, and we're making sure that those feet are on the ground, spreading the weight in between all parts of the feet. And when we rotate, we're not lifting one part of that foot off the ground. Back to the center. Switch it out. Rotate. Center. And twist. Center. Rotate. Back to the center and rotate. Beautiful. Staying sitting up or staying standing up. Bring one arm straight back behind. Nice and straight. This should be as much of a right angle as possible. So standing up nice and tall and really pulling the shoulder back, and I'm feeling a stretch right here. Bring those feet right underneath you. And let's switch it out. If you were just kind of hanging out, yeah, it's a stretch, whatever, fine. We're being active in all parts of our body. We're doing a nice 90-degree angle here, and we're pulling back here, so we're feeling a stretch, standing up nice and tall, making it more challenging for ourselves with getting more out of it. All right, switching back to the other side, let's bring that hand up towards that shoulder blade. Maybe it gets close to that shoulder blade, maybe it's nowhere near that shoulder blade, but the same thing, we're standing up nice and tall. Our hips and knees and ankles are all in a line, and I'm feeling a stretch right here. Let that arm relax, and let's do the same thing on the other side. And one side is not going to equal the other. We know this by now, but it's always good to refresh. and release. And let's just roll the shoulders a little bit one way and a little the other. Let's cross one leg over. So whatever leg is crossed over, we're bringing that other arm over the top. And release. Let's do the other side. Release, come back to side A. And this time, lower down. And then come back up. Try not to lose your balance. Other side. This is tricky. So we're up here, and we're rolling through. Coming down. Back up again. Release those arms, release those legs, bend those knees generously, and let your chest rely, put its weight just on your thighs. If you want to grab your opposite elbow and just rock back and forth, that feels good, feel free. And then bring those hands to the ground. Kick one foot back, the other foot back. Come to a plank and lower all the way down. Beautiful. Bring that head straight down. Two more breaths. All right, lift that head up. Bring those elbows in. All right, so we're going to do that quad stretch that we did at the beginning of the class. This time we're going to do both legs at the same time. If you don't want to, not a problem. Do the single, do your thing, no worries. But otherwise, one arm is gonna come back, and we're gonna grab that foot. The other arm is gonna come back, and we're gonna grab that foot. We're gonna be here. Now, maybe you stay here. Maybe you just put your head on the ground, and that's enough for you. If you want to add on, can you lift that chest a little bit? And we're not holding our breath here. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax everything. We're going to do that again. I want you to make sure that those knees are tracking the same direction. You're not one knee is not pointing out to the right and one knee is not pointing out to the left. Those knees are going the same way. They're nice, shooting out, beautiful spotlight beams to the world. All that stuff. I'm trying to think of headlights. That's what I was thinking of. Your knees are shooting out like headlights. Nice, straight, perfect little lines. So let's try that one more time. And if you don't want to, no worries. Grab the other foot first. Set yourself up. Get yourself situated. Knees are pointing the same direction. You're looking down to the ground, that's totally fine. Or we're lifting up and holding. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Head down. Palms up. Let those shoulders relax. Let's bring those hands in. Lift yourself up. Push yourself back on those heels. Same thing, bring those palms face up and really let those shoulders open up. Let it go. let's twist one way. So I'm bringing one hand, my opposite hip, the other hand right behind my spine, and I'm twisting and I'm up nice and tall. And then I'm switching to the other side. And then I'm back to the center. I'm going to swing those legs in front of me. I'm going to point those feet up towards the sky, and I'm going to point and flex. And I'm going to do some ankle circles. And then I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to tuck those knees in, and I'm going to lay down on my back. I'm going to grab on to my knees. I'm going to bring my hands behind my head. I'm going to keep my knees where they are. I'm just going to come up for a crunch and back down. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those feet, drop those knees. Hands are still behind your head. Let's crunch here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through center. Same thing, other side. This is our last bit for today. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come back to the center, give those knees one more big hug, and then we're going to go into our Shavasana for today, for the last 2 minutes of our routine, our flow. And if you can do 3 minutes, even better. We're going to end our Express class here today. Thank you for joining me on this little 30-minute yoga adventure. Have a great day, and if you can stay for at least 30 more seconds, that's awesome. But if you do have to get back, I totally understand. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next week.